If you're a streamer or want to be a streamer, then you're gonna need these 3 things. I call them the holy trifecta of streaming, kind of like the Triforce from Zelda. So shout out to all my Zelda fans out there. As always, I'll make sure to link everything I talk about down below this video. But the first thing on our list is the most important and also the most expensive, and that's having a computer or laptop that can run everything smoothly. Now notice I emphasize smoothly. This is the one that I'm currently using. However, most people are super intimidated by computers because they don't understand all the parts and specs and what they all mean, and what's actually necessary to have for streaming. So let's dumb things down. Now you don't have to get this specific gaming laptop, but there are a couple things that you want to pay attention to. When it comes to computers, there's a few things we want to take a look at. The first being the CPU model, and I would recommend anything from AMD Ryzen 7 or higher, or getting an Intel 7 or higher as well. For the RAM, you're going to want at least 16 gigabytes. If you use 8 or lower, you're likely going to run into issues when you're both streaming and playing your game at the same time, which will lead to stuttering and frame drops. And for the graphics card, you're going to want to aim right around to an RTX 3050 or higher. Then in terms of storage space, it's really going to be up to you and how much memory you're going to need for all the games you play. Otherwise, you might have to do some uninstalling and reinstalling depending if you jump games a lot. You can start by either getting a gaming PC, which are these big towers, or you can get a gaming laptop, which are smaller and more portable. Now, over the 6 years I've been streaming, I've used both of these before, but I'm currently using a gaming laptop for all my streams, YouTube videos, content creation, gaming, and more. Now, like I said, I prefer using a gaming laptop over a PC because I travel around a lot, so I need it to be on the go. And the cons of using a gaming laptop is that you're not able to switch out everything in terms of the parts for laptops. However, most gaming laptops, you can upgrade the RAM, you can upgrade the storage, but if you want to upgrade the CPU or graphics card, that may not be possible. So if we were to take a look at a gaming PC, you'll see that they're much larger and not portable, which is fine for people that don't need to bring their computer to different places. And you'll see they have different specifications as well. So depending on your use case, you'll be able to pick between a gaming PC or a gaming laptop depending on your needs. I'm a firm believer that your computer is something that you do not want to cheap out on, especially since you can use it for other things like school, work, or gaming. So it's worth saving up the extra money for. I like buying something that's going to last me the longest and make sure I'm not going to run into any problems when it comes to streaming things smoothly. Because if you cheap out on a computer, you're going to likely run into lag, frame drop, stuttering, and more issues when you're streaming. And as always, especially if you're shopping on Amazon, make sure to utilize the ratings feature because you'll be able to see all of the different reviews to see if it's actually worth your money or if it's a dud. For example, if you look at the ratings on the one that I bought, there's nothing but positive reviews. But if you search around and look at other gaming laptops, you'll be able to click on the reviews, and sometimes you'll be able to find some reviews that may not be the nicest, but based off the reviews, you'll be able to decide what each laptop does good and what it doesn't do so well. So make sure to look at the reviews depending on whatever computer you end up getting, because it'll likely save you a lot of money and frustration. Now, the second item that all streamers are going to need is a microphone. There's 2 different types of microphones that you're going to encounter. The first being a USB microphone, which is simply plug and play. And then there's other microphones, which are XLR microphones, which require an XLR cable and likely an audio interface, which you'll need to buy separately. Then you'll find the hybrid microphones, which are both XLR and USB, like this one right here, the Rode USB Pod mic. So if you want to use an XLR cable and plug it into your mixer or audio interface, you have the option. Or if you don't have that and you're on the go and you want to use the USB, you can just plug in the USB cable directly into your computer to use it. Now, this is the microphone that I'm currently using, so if you like the way that I sound, you can feel free to scoop this one up. But there's also a few other microphones that I've used in the past as well. This is the microphone that I used before this one, and this is also a hybrid, which takes XLR and USB. I think it's a fantastic sounding microphone. For new streamers, I always recommend getting a USB microphone instead of XLR because it's one less thing you need to worry about, because it's simply just plug and play. And if you're balling on a budget, I've also used this microphone right here, which is fantastic for the price point. And I've also made reviews for all of these microphones on the channel, so if you want, you can look at those as well. But when it comes to picking out a microphone, these are 3 quality microphones that I recommend, and they're all USB, which means you don't have to spend extra money on a gaming mixer, audio interface, or any of that sort of stuff. You can just simply plug and play and sound great. And that leads us to our third piece of gear that all streamers need, and that's having a nice webcam. I'm currently using this webcam right now, and I couldn't be more pleased with it. This is honestly my favorite webcam of all time. Now, it is quite expensive, but I believe you get your bang for your buck because it has AI technology which tracks you around the room, as well as having a 1/2-inch sensor, which is usually found in the upscale DSLR cameras, which can cost thousands of dollars. And the thing is so freaking small, it fits in my pocket. So I will take this webcam to the grave. It is probably the best webcam I've come across. Another webcam that I've used that's almost exactly like it is the Tiny 2, which honestly is a really good webcam as well. However, I find that the low light situations work better with the Insta, but the Tiny 2 webcam does have a little bit better of a sensor. So if you're in a very well lit room, then you might want to go with this option. Also, the Elgato Facecam and the Razer Kiyo Pro are definitely worth taking a look at as well. I've also used the Logitech Brio for a lot of my videos before I got these webcams, and this is a solid option as well for the price point. Now, they're always making new webcams pretty much every single day, so there's a lot of competition when it comes to webcams. But luckily with YouTube and everything, you're able to look up a review of the webcam and you can actually see the quality of that webcam to see if it would match what you would like. And as always, you can always utilize the ratings feature on Amazon to see the reviews for the webcams to see if it would be a good fit for you. So watch this playlist of all my streaming gear reviews to find out which streaming gear is best for you. My name's Cody, and I'll see you in the next one.